guys, it's Jake from Team Insanity. We try to upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays for reviews and that kind of stuff. So people have been asking a lot about the Mini GS extended frame that we have. This is the Nummech frame. I post a lot of pictures on the internet. If you follow us on Facebook, you guys got to see it before anything on YouTube, and if you follow us on Snapchat, Team Insanity PB, you guys got to see it before even people on Facebook did. So this is it right here. It's just an extended frame. I don't know if they're going to be coming out with other colors. I mean, they might. I'm not 100% sure. And I think this would be a really cool upgrade to the Mini GS. I really do enjoy this, and it stretches it out really nice. And I do like how the trigger frame is shaped. And I mean, you have so much room in there. Like when I handed it to other people, they're just like, holy shit, you have so much room in here. It's like an axe. I mean, it seriously turns this part of the trigger frame, or like the trigger frame, into like an axe. This is the normal trigger frame. I mean, it's substantially, like, it's definitely smaller for sure. And I don't know, I enjoy it. And if you also look on the back extends out a little bit farther too. So you have a little bit more, if you have like a bigger hands and your hand comes up top or something like that, it feels really nice and comfortable. I shoot a DM12 and I really still like how my DM12 feels, but this is a really nice feel, and it gives it a nice stretched out feel for those people who don't like the nice tight enclosed area, the nice tight enclosed normal Mini, I guess you could say. The only thing that I really don't like about this is that how it's shaped up at the top, how there's just a big gap between the barrel. Now, I was thinking that wow, that looks like shit, and I mean, it really does look like shit, but at the same time, the axe extenders, because you know, axes have like those grip extenders where you can like take off the board and like extend it out or some shit, I don't know what it is, but it does the same exact thing to the axe extenders, and yet people still use those. This is a whole brand new redesigned frame, so it's milled out. It's just I think it's lighter than this frame if I remember right. I really like how the back is shaped. It's shaped fucking perfectly, you know. I mean, it's shaped really, really nice, and I just like the feel of it back here. I just don't like how it looks right here, but really when you start using it, I mean, my finger kind of, you know, goes into it a little bit, and that kind of bothered me when I'm holding it, but when I was playing with it, I really didn't notice it. I didn't like feel it that much. Sort of like if you guys have an LV1 or anything like that, like Nick's LV1 grips get fat at the bottom, not like sort of like E-Tech fat, and like, you know, they get a little bit fat at the bottom. I'm like, wow, I really do not like that about the LV1. But when I played with it, I didn't notice it. You don't feel it. And that was the thing about this, is when I was playing with it, it all goes away, and it's more comfortable. I feel like I have a better grasp on the gun. I really like I can put my thumb underneath there. But I think if they would have made the part of the trigger frame a little bit smaller, like maybe to like right here, then I think you would have had more space for like bigger thumbs. I have baby hands, okay, like absolutely really small baby ass hands, and my thumb barely fits in there, but I mean, it fits, and I can really get on this thing, and I really enjoy this, and I think it's a great product if they come out and they price it at the right area. And I think people would definitely pick this up, I guess you can say. Now the thing is, why I say it has to be priced right, the biggest reason is because if you don't price this right, I mean, you're looking at an axe right here, okay? Now if you followed us on Snapchat, you would have seen the pictures in the videos of how much more spaced out this is than an axe. It's a teeny bit longer than an axe, but still, the thing is that if this is like worth $100, or if you buy this for $100 and you're at $480 total, or wherever the Mini sits, the Mini GS sits, I think it's like $380 or something like that. Wherever this sits, I mean, then you're at $480. You could have bought an axe for that price. So, is it worth it? I mean, I don't really know. It's supply and demand. I mean, I can see it as a great aftermarket part for someone who bought like a Mini GS as like their backup to an axe, or even to a higher end gun, and they just bought this to play with on like the Weekend Warrior kind of thing, and they don't really play that much with it, and they don't like the feel of it, and they don't want to really sell it, and they just want to get some aftermarket parts for it or something, I think this is really, really cool. Or if you like how the Mini GS is milled down a lot more than the Axe, which is true, and it's a lighter, and I think it's lighter, but it's a thinner body for sure, and it's just all around just smaller. If you like that about the Mini, then get this over the Axe, and this might possibly be an upgrade. It's not on the market yet, and today is the 29th of July, and it is not on the market yet, so I mean, that's telling you something. I have no idea when this will go on the market, if it even will go on the market, if there's a high enough demand for it. But a lot of people really seem to like this. And now what I'm about to do is I'm just going to show you how easy it is to basically take this thing off and switch the frame, switch the bodies back to normal. So let's bring the camera in closer and I can show you how to do that. Alright guys, so I'm just going to show you how simple it is to remove the Mini GS frame from, or the top half from the extended frame. This is not a separate gun. This is the Mini GS that we're going to be giving away. So you just find your right Allen key, you stick it in the back screw. Let me get it undone, but this is kind of a pain in the ass if you do it. I mean, it just takes a long time to loosen up. One screw down. Now one thing that I do like about this frame that the normal Mini doesn't have, that I found was a very big pain in the ass, is that there's no hole milled right here. For a lot of guns have this, but the Mini GS frame, the normal frame, doesn't have that hole milled right there. And what I'm talking about is that hole right there, because now if I had a long enough Allen key, I can stick it down there. I can stick my long Allen key down there and it gets to that screw, okay? Now this isn't a super long Allen key. I have a longer Allen key someplace, but for people who do use longer Allen keys and that kind of stuff, you can stick it right down through that hole and it'll go right into the screw. And the problem is that on this Mini is that the frame is so damn small, because it is a Mini, is that you can't, I mean, it's sort of hard to get in there, maneuver around, and it takes like 10 hours to fucking tighten it down or anything like that. So it is sort of a pain, but the Nummech frame has that little hole, and I wish I would have had the longer Allen key right now, but I don't, so I really can't use it, which is a pain. But like I said, again, this is going to take some time most likely to... Alright, now that I got that process out of the way, you got your two screws, you got your back screw, and you got your front screw. And what you do now is you just simply, carefully and easy, voila. And now you have your extended frame out. No eye wires, no solenoid wires, no nothing you have to deal with. There's your micro switch right up there. And there's your connection to your board right there. Right here is where you connect to your board. And now just reverse process to put this back on. So this is really cool. It's just really on the fly. I gotta line it up nice and carefully. Just slide everything into place and hope that it all lands in place. So one thing about the Nummech frame that you don't have to do is that there is a front screw. And find the right Allen wrenches. I just remembered something when I was taking out. Dumb Jake. Leave a comment how stupid I am. But one thing you do have to do that I forgot about the normal GS to take them. This was a pain because this is all new to me because I never owned a Mini or anything before. This back half is sliding in well. You don't have to take off these grips, and you don't have to take it off on the Nummech frame. But I completely forgot about this part. Is that you have to take these off. Flip it over. I got a little bit of my breakfast on the grips. Flip it back over. Get these off. Again, lots of screws. You did not have to do this. You did not have to do this with the normal Nummech frame, which is really nice and really simple. It makes it really easy, which I really enjoyed. But I completely forgot about this because you skip the process in the Nummech frame, and you don't have to with the Mini GS frame. Is right here. There is another screw right up here on the board that you have to take off. You have to find the right wrench, and it is back to the wrench that you use for the body screws. And I believe I left it very loose for the last time. I did not tighten it. Now, one thing that I hope Nummech does is that in the Mini GS unboxing that I talked about is that to take out the bolt, you still have. It's not like a toolless bolt assembly. There we go. Now it slides right back in when you take that part out. It's still not a toolless bolt disassembly. So you still need to take a tool right back here to the back screw back here to pull out your bolt. I could pull out the bolt now, but I don't really want to because there's no point in taking it out at the moment. But I could, and what I wish that they would do is use like a set screw. Sort of like if you guys own a Phantom, like you can take off with your thumb. So that way you still don't need tools to take out your bolt, which would be fucking awesome. So you don't have to disassemble anything with tools or anything. And now that I got that into place, let me put the back bolt screw in, which is right back here. This is the one that I'm talking about. I wish that they would use like a thumb screw or like some set screw where it doesn't take an Allen key to where you just hand tighten it. And I hope that they put that on the Nummech frame where you just take this and you just slide it in and you can just tighten it, and it's like, I don't know, it just stays in there or something. I don't know how they would make it or machine it or how well it would work, but that would be the coolest thing ever. So you really don't have to take out your Allen wrench and do it. I mean, I'm basically doing it right here with my thumb, but right when you get to about there, that's when he takes the Allen key. But I think that'd be really cool just to have like a bigger, longer set screw that only takes 1 or 2 turns. Now here comes the one that's a pain in the ass that I talked about, because like I said, I'm going to hand tighten it as much as I possibly can. Like I said, if I had the longer Allen wrench, I'd be able to just plop it in down here, but this is very small and tight in here, so it takes very short turns to take care of, and it's kind of a very big pain in the butt. But yeah, that's basically it. Now that I'm just going to tighten this down, I'm going to put the grips on, but I'm going to put the Nummech frame back on it because I'm going to use it this weekend. So, and I'm just going to take it out, do a little bit conclusion on it, and sort of just my ending thoughts. Alright guys, so as you can tell, it's really, really easy, really simple to switch the bodies on these guns. So I have the extended frame back on it. I'm going to keep it on there for the weekend and just use it for one more week of play, I guess, and then I have to give it back. So thank you, Chris, for letting me borrow this and your Stella Barrel review coming soon. But you know, as you can tell, it's really super easy just to basically swap bodies, and I mean, it's something that would be really, really cool. And would I buy it? I would buy it, but at the same time you have to think, is this really worth it? Because if you buy this for like $100 or $200 or whatever it is, I mean, you could have bought an axe for that price at the same time. So they have to price it really well to where they're not going to shoot themselves in the foot. But I think it's a great product. I think it's a great idea. I absolutely loved it. I love the feel of it. But yeah, so if people wanted my opinion on it and that kind of stuff, so there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, peace.